Hi, I'm Dr. Joanna Martin, and welcome to part 2 of my 7-part video course on the 7 big mistakes that I see most people make when moving into the realm of public speaking. Now, we're up to mistake number 2 today, and this is actually probably the biggest mistake I think that I ever see. This is the mistake that has people focus on the wrong type of learning for a long time. It has people stall their success for a long time until they figure it out. The biggest mistake, and mistake number 2 I want to share with you today, is mistaking a good talk for an effective presentation. You see, there are countless websites out there, and there are countless great organizations that will teach you how to give good talk. By that, I mean, take the wonderful organizations of the world like Toastmasters or the National Speakers Association. These places are excellent at teaching you great articulation skills, great presenting skills, great speaking skills. However, inside of these organizations are a lot of people making not very much money from their art. And the problem is that they don't know the difference between a good talk and an effective presentation. You see, if you're looking to make profit from your speaking, if you're a coach or a consultant or a trainer or a speaker of any sort, even a business owner who wants to raise your profile in your community and be the go-to expert in your field, then just getting up and giving a talk about what it is you do is not enough. You need to know how to move people to action. You see, I remember I looked up the word influence once, because really I think what I'm talking about here is the ability to influence in a powerful way. And you know, it was really interesting. I just went onto dictionary.com, and you can check it out for yourself. And I looked up the meaning of the word influence, because some people think that influence is something that it's not. People think that influence is like pushing people to get them to do something that they don't want to do. Or motivating people by dangling a carrot out in front of them to get them to do something that they don't want to do. Or manipulating people like puppets or something to get them to do something that they don't want to do. Or out and out coercion, beating someone over the head with a mallet and making them do something that they don't want to do. This is the thing, influence is none of those things. And the reason I know that is because I went to dictionary.com and I looked it up. And do you know the word influence comes from a Latin root, which means a streaming ethereal power from the stars, acting upon the character and destiny of men. A streaming ethereal power from the stars, acting upon the character and destiny of men. Now imagine that. If influence is a streaming ethereal power, it's got nothing to do with pushing or pulling or manipulating or coercion. It's some otherworldly power. And if you've ever been in the room with a truly great speaker, you know what I'm talking about. I was just in the room recently with one of my mentors, Les Brown, and that man is like, it's incredible to see him and how he is on stage. This is a man who has made millions and millions of dollars as a speaker. Yet when you're in his presence, it's not about the money. It's about who he is and how he's being with people. He truly understands what an effective presentation is. And there's countless other examples of it too. Let me give you my 3 steps, three overview, simple steps that you can think about right now when it comes to making an effective presentation. A presentation where you can influence in a way which affects the character and affects the destiny of the people to whom you're speaking. I want you to write these down. They're called the 3 I's. So grab a pen and paper and write these down right now. Number 1 is to involve. You want to involve your audience. That means meet them where they're at. Don't speak down to people and don't speak up to them. Don't feel like you're, smaller than them. Speak to them as a peer and involve them. Build rapport. The second step is to inspire. Inspire your audience. Paint out a bright vision of the future. Share some great quality information with them. Take them on a journey to their higher self so that they really resonate with what's possible for them. And then the third step is to invite. And this is the step that most people forget to take. You must invite action at the end of your presentation. Don't go looking for a round of applause and a pat on the back. That does nothing but feed your ego. We don't want to feeding your ego does not make you a great speaker. If you can inspire people to change their lives, if you can inspire them to take one action that's going to change their life for the better, whether that be to invest in your product or service, or to join your mentoring group, or to be a part of whatever it is that you're putting together. If you can invite them to take that action in a powerful way, you're going to do incredibly well. Not just from an impact perspective in terms of the difference you can have in the world, but also in terms of your own bottom line profits. And in the end, if you really want to make a difference in the world, you've got to make a difference with your bank account. Now, one of my clients, Kelly O'Neill, did exactly this. She was a marketing coach, and a very, very successful one as well. She did great stuff with her clients and was doing quite well with her business. She did presentations a lot because, being a great speaker with a great talk, she got asked to speak quite a bit. Interestingly though, she never used to invite her audience to take action. She would just operate under the assumption that if I give a good presentation, that people will want to do business with me. Well, guess what? They didn't. Or sometimes they did, but she could never guarantee it. You know, the first time that she learnt that if I go out and I invite people to take action at the end of my presentation, the first time she applied that very simple strategy, she added an extra $80,000 to her bottom line in 2 hours. She got 14 new clients. Can you imagine it? Imagine if that was you. Imagine if you were Kelly and right now you had in your hands the resources you needed to go out and make an extra $80,000 in 2 hours. To pull in clients that would be worth tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to your business. What would that mean for you? Well, the good news is you absolutely do. All you need are the steps to an effective presentation. And I've put together those steps, the very steps that allowed me to make over $1.25 million in sales in my first 12 months as a speaker. I've put them all together for you on the website. To find out more about exactly how to structure your effective presentation, to find the 7 steps that you must have in that formula, make sure you grab yourself your copy of the Shift Presentation Profits Blueprint. And I'll tell you exactly how to do that in just a moment. Meanwhile though, I'll see you in video training number 3. In part 3 of our 7 big mistakes that most speakers make series, we're going into detail about mistake number 3. And mistake number 3 is not having an elegant business model. You see many speakers out there get started in the business, but they don't give thought about how they're going to structure their business to create passive streams of income. So that's what we go into in video training number 3. Once you've finished your training and you're ready for the next step, make sure that you sign up for our free Shift Speaker Training newsletter and get free access to your very own copy of the Presentation Profits Blueprint absolutely free. I've put together this blueprint to take everything that I know about how to create a successful speaking business and put it in one place. Inside the blueprint, you're going to discover the 7 P's for turning your passion into multiple streams of passive income using speaking and the elegant business model. The #1 marketing myth that speakers have to ignore if they have even half a chance of succeeding in the industry. The it factor for speakers and how ignoring this means that your speaking career is destined for mediocrity and no one wants that. We'll discover new ways to build your community through video, email and blogging, and how that can fast track your speaking success and give you more raving fans than you ever thought possible. We'll also show you why speaking is one of the laziest ways to wealth, provided you know how and where to leverage every scrap of effort that you make, as well as much more. So, in order to download your very own copy of the blueprint, take yourself to www.shiftspeakertraining.com/blueprint. Look for the sign-up form right there on the website. Enter your first name and email address in the box and then click on the button that says Get Instant Free Access. You'll then get a copy of the blueprint emailed directly to you. You can open it up and in it you will find so much information on how to take your speaking business and make it extraordinary. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video training very soon.